Hi guys, how you doing? I know this is weird. You're going to be watching me instead of interacting with me in class, but hopefully we can do a really quick math lesson and you guys can get some understanding of the topic and then start your work. So I want you all to have notebooks in front of you. So grab your notebook. Let's get it in front of you, ready to go. Pencil in your hand, and you're really thinking here, okay? All right, let's start with our learning target. Please get this into your notebook right away so that you have this with this lesson, okay? I can find the perimeter and area of rectangles. And through this lesson, go ahead and write that down. Through this lesson, we're going to talk about what perimeter and area are. If you feel like this lesson is review, that's correct, it is, but it's going to help us with some of our harder topics that are coming up. So today I'm going to ask you to focus on how to do the problems with the easy ones. And if you do them the same way when we get to the hard ones, you'll be just fine. All right? Okay, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is rectangles themselves. We've got four sides. We sometimes call them quadrilaterals. Quad means what, everybody? Hopefully you already know that because it was one of our vocab words, four. So, in K through 5, we often talk about the long side being called the length. Okay? And we often talk about this side being called the width. But once we get into 6th grade through 12th grade, we're going to start talking about them being the base. The base, we kind of think of that as a side that could be sat down on a table. And right here called the height. Now sometimes we even say B and H. So this is B, this is H. Now one thing I want you to notice about them is that the height goes straight up. For those of you who have done angles before, that's at a right angle. So rectangles are easy because they already have the height going straight up. Some of the shapes we're going to study later in the week don't have their heights going straight up. So we're going to talk about what to do then because we always have to have the straight up height. All right. So now that you know that this is called the base, and this is called the height, we're going to move into our first part of our learning target. Look at here. Perimeter. All right, so if we're going to find the perimeter is just a distance. So maybe in your notes right now, let's take your perimeter and just write a few notes about it. It's a distance around the edge. Now, if you take your pencil and you follow it all around, you'll see that you are going to go here, 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 here. I'll say it again. This is going to be a base and a height and a base and a height. So total we're going to put together four sides. Now in order to find the perimeter, I'm going to write it right here. Can you see this? P equals, we are just going to take our base and our height and our base and our height, and we're going to add up the sides. Perimeter equals add up the sides. If we were learning about a three-sided figure, we'd add up three sides. If we were learning about a seven-sided figure, we would add up seven sides. Okay, really easy. So on this one that we're looking at right now, we would go 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. Do you see my marks here? This one is 4 centimeters. This is 2 centimeters. This would be 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. And what would the perimeter of this figure be? Well, if we add up all of that, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. 12. 12 what? Well, we always have to check our units. Since this is a distance, it's 4 centimeters here, 2 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 2 centimeters. And if you add all that up, you get 12 centimeters. All right, so I'm going to give you a practice problem here with perimeter, and I want you to find the perimeter of the figure that I draw. Okay, here we go. Let's say this is 22 feet, and this one is 3 feet. Okay, now before you tell me an answer because you just did it in your head, I want you to think for a sec. We've done this in class before. Before we start a problem like this, we always need to write down what we're looking for. We're going to write down this, and then we're going to say this is going to be a base plus a height plus a base plus a height. All right, are you ready? Let's see if you can find it for me. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds here for you to find the correct perimeter, and don't forget to put units on the end of it. Okay, how's it going? Underneath, I should see you already going like this. Oh, 22 under this base. How much is the height? It's 3. How much is the base? It's 22. How much is the height? It's 3. Now, if we add all that together, you know what? This week, this whole unit, actually, we're going to let you use calculators. So if you need them, you can pull out a calculator and get going on it. But your perimeter is going to be 22 plus 3 plus 22 plus 3. So you can do that in any order you like. Since they're all pluses, you can do them in a different order. You could take the two 22s and combine them, and the two 3s if you want to do it that way. Or you can just add them up in order. Once you get to the end, hopefully you are getting a total of 50. Now, 50 what? I hope you're saying feet, Mr. Sprunger. I can't hear you back there because it's a video. All right, so 50 feet. We can't leave just 50. 50 is not enough information to know what we're doing on this problem. So make sure you've got a unit at the end, all right? All right, so that's perimeter. How do you feel about perimeter? Pretty easy? With a calculator, it's really easy. Now, if we had ones with decimals in them, you'd have to be a little more careful about your adding. Now, let's take a look at area. Let's go back to our learning target again. I asked you to find the area of rectangles. Now, the area is a little different. Here, let's go to a new page and do that same rectangle for a moment. Let's say this is a 4 centimeter by 2 centimeter rectangle. Now, in area, we want to actually look at the space inside of this, the flat space inside of this rectangle. Now, how do we get that? Well, the first thing we do is divide it up. So if we have 4 centimeters here, I'm going to divide this into 4 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. Now, we only make 3 marks because that actually creates 4 spaces. Remember, we always measure spaces, not marks. So that's 4 spaces there. I'm going to draw this, just like that. And what about 2? Well, I only need 1 mark to do 2 on this side. So I'm going to draw 1 mark through the middle. That creates 1, 2 on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces on this side. Now, what do you notice already? How much space is there inside of here? Well, if you think of each of these as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, each of these squares is a 1 by 1 square, or 1 unit squared. Now, we can write that a couple of ways. 1 unit squared, like with the exponent, or we can write 1 unit and write the word squared. Okay, there's 1. Well, there's 1 here, there's 1 here, there's 1 here, there's 1 here. How many units squared or square units do we have here? Well, hopefully you see 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 square units. Okay, how do you feel about that? Now this is known as area. So let's get this into your notes. It's the flat space inside and this is one easy way to do it. You can draw the squares and count how many squares go into the middle of your space. So if we divide this up into 4, we divide this up into 2, you count your squares, you get a total of 8. However, what if I was making you do a 44.3 centimeter base and 17.6 centimeter height? Would you want to draw all those squares? Please say no. No, you don't want to draw all those squares. So we are going to look at this now. You might have already noticed this. What is 4 times 2? It's 8. I know you know this from other lessons you've had with other teachers. So we are going to use a formula called A for area equals base times height. Now a lot of people just take the times out of the middle and they just put BH. All right, area equals BH, base times height. So in this case, I would go area equals 4 for the base times 2 for the height, and area would equal 8. Now wait, 8 what? Oh, we can't say centimeters. 8 centimeters is a line like this. So what is 8 what? 8 squares. So we're going to have to call these centimeters squared. We're going to put a little 2 up there. Now if you want, you can write 8 centimeters squared, especially if you have to type this into me and you're turning in an answer. You might have to write the word squared for me, okay? Because I don't know how to make this little exponent on a typewriter. If you can figure it out, put it in there, okay? All right, so here, let's try one. What if this were the problem? Let's say this was 11 yards. Wow, that's a long ways. That's 33 feet. That's all the way across our room, past our room. Okay, and this is 4 yards. Now, if I was asking for perimeter, you would add up all the sides. But I'm asking for area. So we're going to write the formula first. A equals B times H. Next, we're going to write what we know. What do we know? What's the base? That's right, it's 11. And what's the height of this rectangle? 4. So we're going to go 11 times 4. And A equals 44. Wait, 44 what? Well, if I was to draw all those squares, I would find out that each of these squares was 1 yard squared. Yard times a yard is a yard squared. So we're going to write yards squared because we're counting how many squares are inside the space. Okay, sometimes people would refer to this as an 11 by 4. They say that. 11 by 4 rectangle. So if you hear that on one of our assignments in the next few days, try not to be confused by that. It might say draw a 5 by 7 rectangle or a 5 centimeter by 7 centimeter rectangle. If you get that, just know that the by really is another word for times, sorry. That we're timesing. It's 11 times 4, and we're creating this box, this space. Okay, now I think you know enough to get done everything that we've asked. Let's review our learning target really quick. I can find the perimeter and the area of rectangles. Given a rectangle, can you do that? All right, you're welcome to watch this video again if you need it. Otherwise, what I'm going to ask you to do is get on now, click on our assignments that go with this, and let's get those done. Remember to put the units at the end. Make sure that your answers say 12 centimeters or 14 centimeters squared. And remember that perimeter is just the regular units and area is square units. All right, guys, good luck.